Listen up! This is serious business!
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
You goddamn right this is serious.
Yes! Fire. It's your man, Kevin Gordon Thomas.
You already know what it is. Clutch time.
And it's the Heartless Starless.
Yes, and this is Serious Business, the Not So Serious Podcast, episode 32. Fair warning, this is going to be a really deep dive, a real deep delve-in episode. Get ready. We're going to go through a lot of topics today. Yeah, that's the come. That's the come. Any shout outs? I know you guys are watching Adrian do his thing in FIBA.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Adrian. He's playing out over in fucking El Salvador for the 2023 qualifiers.
Yeah.
I think they're off today.
Big up yourself
tomorrow. They're playing El Salvador tomorrow. They already played
what team is
games.
What team is he playing against?
Jamaica. He's playing for Team Jamaica.
Bro, my friend played for the International Women's Soccer League in Jamaica, and I was hoping that she could have brought them to the Olympics. So I'm hoping, man, that Jamaica can make it for ball.
Hoping. I mean, Jamaica doesn't typically make the FIBA. They don't make the FIBA World Championship tournament, or they don't make basketball typically. But they haven't lost a game yet. So
wow.
Yeah, they lost against Nicaragua.
They lost last game.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was a pretty bad game.
Nicaragua. It's Nicaragua. Anyways, all right.
Those Nicaragua niggas balling.
Two things quick before we get into this serious episode. Okay. I was talking to someone and they pretty much said, and I agree, that cats are just like women. Do y'all agree?
Are just like women, or they are women?
Are just like women. Cats are not women.
Hey, you remember Animorphs back in the day?
Cats don't want you to touch them unless they want to be touched. They don't want you to feed them unless they're ready.
Bro,
all these cats don't want to be fed unless you're eaten.
This is what my girl told me.
Cat doesn't want you to touch her. Okay, that's what he's saying.
You want me to?
Are you
feed her
talking about
ready.
cats, or are you talking about cat?
My cat told me this. She's like,
so this whole thing's about your girl. Okay, good to know. Anything you say is about cat.
Unless she wants to be fed, I cannot feed her.
You feed your girl?
What you mean?
How do you feed her?
I take her out, and when it's food time, I can't do nothing else, bro. I can't talk to her. She don't want to do nothing unless when it's food time. She don't even want to say hi.
She gets cranky when she don't eat.
Oh, that's not even the right word, bro. Understatement. Understatement, bro. She ready to kill you. And if she wanted to kill me, then if I die, then bury my ass in my regular clothes.
Bury your ass in your regular clothes?
In regular clothes, bro.
Wait, what does she have to say about you calling her a cat?
Yo, you're stupid.
You guys into some weird role play. this nigga probably has a Batman costume somewhere.
They're chasing around the bedroom and she's jumping. He's like, come here.
He's like, let's go get some food. And you already know what women do when it's time to eat. What do they say when you ask them when it's time to eat?
I don't know.
What do you want to eat?
What do they say?
I don't know. What do you want?
What do they say?
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Whatever you want.
I don't have time for that, man.
You pick. When was the last time you
when
picked?
you pick, they're like, no.
Yeah. It's like, well, then why didn't you just pick in the first place?
Right?
I wanted to see if we're on the same wavelength, okay?
Who have you? I have not heard that before.
You've never heard that? Neither have I, but it sounded funny.
Let's see if we're on the same wavelength. No. And also, I was just having some weird thoughts today. I was thinking, when I die, like I was saying, I don't want to be buried in suit clothing, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Well, the mic's too far from your mouth, so I can't hear it.
When I die, don't bury me in a suit. I'll tell you right now.
You don't want to be buried in a suit? You don't want to look fly?
I'm gonna look fly, but I'm gonna look fly in some casual kicks.
Why?
Dang, so we should bury you in the Jordan ones, the retro ones.
I'm not a Jordan guy. Don't ever bury me in Jordans. That's disrespect.
Bear this
That's
thing in Jordans.
disrespect to Jordans. Like, what do you mean?
Don't bury me in Tim's. Don't bury me in Air Force Ones. Bury me in some like Shacks. Remember the Shack shoes from Walmart?
It's not essential.
Bruh. Did you just say you'd rather be buried in Shacks than Jordans?
Yes. Would you like me to enunciate and repeat?
Yeah, is this because you don't want to disrespect the Jordan brand,
No,
or is this
because Jordan and me never got along? And you guys have never seen me wear Jordans before.
That's a lie.
One pair. You see me with the gray pair, Arliss. That was back in 2012. That's it. The ones you gave me? The ones you gave me? The gold ones?
The 60 pluses.
Okay, those are the only two. And I never bought them.
That's
it.
Yo.
Don't bury me no Jordans. Don't bury me some Shaqs. So bury me some D Wade.
Wow.
Bury me some Iverson.
This is utter disrespect. We're gonna have a revolt.
Don't bury me in H&M. I passed that stage in my life. Actually, matter of fact, we talked about this yesterday. Don't even bury me, bro. Just dash me. Burn me up. Why are we still taking up space?
I was always planning to be cremated. I've always said, just cremate me, man.
What about you, Clutch?
No.
Don't bury me. But too much space.
Too much space. I want to take space in your house. I don't want to take space in the ground. I want you guys to take me everywhere. Everybody.
Because don't you have to pay for lots? Don't you have to pay rent?
I don't know if it's rent, but
no, you have to buy the lot. Yeah,
that spot. Yeah. They couldn't, because if you don't pay your rent, they're gonna dig you up. No,
evict your ass. Nigga, you're evicted.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Oh my god.
And right here, the Smiths, you can lay into rest right here.
Yeah.
We have a brand new vacancy.
Just available under this beautiful willow tree.
That's hilarious. Hey, I'm just saying. I want to be cremated too. I don't even want to be put on a mantle or anything like that. Just,
Yeah.
I don't even care what you do with me.
Well,
Ash me and dash me.
Ash me and dash me. That's the name of that.
Ash me and dash me, yo.
Ash me. I don't want. I'm serious, man. Why? Why? Why do you want to get buried and have all this space? Yeah, people come visit you, but come on, man.
And that shit's expensive.
Ash me in the ocean or something like that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Come on. That is a business that will never go under.
The funerals.
No pun.
Intended, actually. You know what I'm saying? That business will never go under. When? I don't ever see it.
When everybody
go to the future.
When it's mass cremations, when COVID changes everything to mass cremations, you can't even keep the bodies.
Yeah. Okay.
You die, you're on a conveyor belt, and you just go into the kiln and you just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Use you as chalk.
Oh my god. Oh Lord. All right, yo, let's.
God damn.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's move on. Yo, all right, bring her in, bro. We're gonna move on. Right now we're that's just stupid. Right now we're gonna bring her in. We have a special guest.
We don't even have the lay of the land yet.
What do you mean? We have a special guest, and I want to bring her in. And then we'll introduce her. We're not just going to jump right into it, but at least we'll bring her in nicely. We're going to bring in Jess.
Seen us in the porn ones.
I was texting her to be ready, and she texted me something stupid. What's up, Jess?
How's it going?
Yo, Jess, how you been?
Popcorn.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Girl. Yeah, we hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing the whole chest here today. So
nice.
Or lack thereof.
I never thought. Don't shame me. I never thought I'd have this kind of conversation with Jess before, but I don't even know how to really get into this shit because I'm not gonna make fun, but I want to understand. But I'm definitely gonna poke jokes because that's
bro.
Just,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Clutch, I'm gonna let you bring this in, bro, because
let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk.
So the conversation had come up in one of the chats. We're talking BDSM, and I have no idea what we're about.
So
to do.
BDSM is actually an abbreviation. Each of the letters, when you group them together, stands for like something. So the BD stands for bondage and discipline. The DS stands for domination and submission. And then the SM is sadism and masochism.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said to Jess yesterday, the only thing I ever
That
thought,
sounds dangerous.
all I thought, and I think I seen this in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, I just thought it was leather, whips, and stepping on balls or something like that, man. That's all I thought it was.
Seriously?
That's all I ever thought it was, bro.
Well, that's masochism.
That's like stages.
No, masochism is basically the tendency to derive pleasure, especially sexual gratification, from one's own pain or humiliation.
Nah, bro.
So
nah,
torture.
not for me, man. Jess, educate me.
Torture me and make me happy?
No, don't do that. Just make me happy, bro. Just make
Get
me
the candle wax.
That sounds a little
Jess, go ahead.
tense for me. But to be honest, like I'm not an expert. I'm a novice. So that's why I thought it's very interesting because like, you know, me KT, quite innocent gal, you know.
Yep.
So this is all new for me. However, that being said, my BDSM hasn't gone too far. But my definition, what I realized was there's like because I know there's definitions online, but for me, I feel like it depends who's the dom and what they like. So I'm a submissive person. So in this moment, I ain't stepping on no balls. I let him decide what he wants to do. And my heels they're pretty high, so I don't suggest that.
Oh, gosh.
I'd probably do it if you ask, because that'd be funny.
No,
So then you be
ain't
a
nobody
dominatrix
asking.
then.
Ain't nobody asking that. Clutch, how the hell did you get into this?
I don't know, just through like experiences and like different women and shit, seeing what they're into, and then I don't know, kind of just develop my own kind of interest. I'm more interested in the kimbaku. So basically, kimbaku is a Japanese bondage with tight ropes, but it's like more artistic because you can actually make like intricate designs with how you're tying the person up and stuff like that.
Have you heard of this, Jess?
So again, I'm so new. I'll just tell you guys, I'm so new that like the guy I'm seeing right now, he has straps on his bed. So I use that. Very
He
simple,
has like
but even for me to be
What kind of
strapped down
straps?
with
4.5s,
big.
AKs.
Sorry?
I said, what kind of straps? AKs.
He made a black reference. It was not a black reference. That's actually
Well,
very
I was going to
incorrect.
show you them, but they're tied to the bed. Oh, wait, I got them.
He has
But-
straps on his bed for real?
It's there permanently. But just be said, it's kind of funny how the universe works because I literally just started exploring this, nothing too much. But for me, even to be strapped down, I'm like, what the fuck? I can't move. Like, but it was fun. So then it was funny because I had a friend, without her knowing my journey, she comes over and she drops some stuff off. So I thought, Clutch, this is something you'd be interested in. Fetish tape.
Oh yeah, that's that tape. That tape, when you wrap it, it doesn't stick to the person's hand. The tape sticks to itself.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny that I didn't ask for this and the universe just dropped off one day. I was like, hey, guess I'm going to use it, but I haven't yet. So maybe you could teach us some knot technique.
KT looks.
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell am I listening to? Tape
He's
that don't
taking notes
stick.
for Cat later.
Tape, no. Don't. We're not even going in that direction. Nah.
Yeah, cats don't like bondage.
I have a cat.
That's just
And it doesn't like being tied up, right?
I don't know yet. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I actually do put him on a leash and take him outside and he doesn't like it, but I'm training him, so. But I don't have my
You're
cat.
saying you have to train cats. That's basically what you're saying.
Yes.
so how we even got into this conversation is like, can BDSM be used as therapy in 2021? Yes or no, Jess?
Honestly, I think it can be. However, I thought about it a bit, and like the only reason why I said that, and I said when I'd come on this podcast to be a little more open about my experiences. In the past, I was in I didn't realize it was an abusive relationship. I didn't realize it was. So I didn't realize till I started dating or seeing somebody who treated me good, how I was mistreated. So then I found like in the bedroom, when things like this started happening, it was a sort of therapy for me because it kind of pushed my boundaries and made me okay with certain things. It's hard to explain. But when I thought about it, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm listening.
So when I thought about it, though, I realized, though, I don't know if BDSM exactly will kill you. It depends. But for me, I think it's because I'm with a partner that I actually have love for, trust, companionship, consent. So I think it might even be the companionship part of it as well. So I'm not sure if it'd be safe to say BDSM specifically, but maybe if it's with a trusted partner would be different. I don't know if someone could come in and do some BDSM and you'll be healed. No, it works like that, but I think maybe over time it could be. Yes.
So just to go back on what you had said there, how did you not know you were in an abusive relationship until you got out of it?
So COVID happened. And It was emotionally abusive, but I didn't notice it at first. I do have like some mental health issues. Sometimes if I'm going through a depressive stage, I'm not really aware of certain things. So it's really hard to explain because I'm actually going to therapy, trying to understand it myself right now.
Yeah.
But it was like, I don't know. It's like just certain things, like over time, just saying certain things. And I didn't notice he was saying certain things. So like, he'd be like, fuck you. And then I just don't even realize that he's saying fuck you all the time. And that kind of went from there. And to be honest, it was July. I just had a really scary situation happen to me where somebody like pulled a weapon on me and I told him and he got mad at me and told me it was my fault and he hit me that night. And that was the first time he ever hit me and I had like a bruise on my arm. And after that, I tried to leave him for 2 months, but it was so hard. I can't explain it because you know me, I'm a strong person. It was weird. So it took like 2 months. And then after that, we didn't see each other. I fucked with him kind of a little bit and he would do weird things like slam the door on me and be like, oh, it's an accident, or he'd throw shit at my face or things like that. And eventually near the end, I realized I was like, what the fuck? This isn't okay. So I don't know how it sounds, but it was really confusing, but now I get it. So, and then also sexually, he wasn't respectful, but I didn't care because I was like, whatever, as long as I'm getting fucked, can go get myself off after, you know, but like, it sounds stupid, I know, but like, that's what it was. So.
Well, I was actually doing some research, and research actually shows that so BDSM is not pathological, but it can be used in a therapeutic sense for both trauma healing and for same as harm reduction.
Yo, Clutch is coming with these big boy notes, man.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, because so that one case, they used edge play on this rape victim. Basically, so edge play is basically creating stimulation until climax, stopping, and then basically starting over again. So they used the edge play on her to kind of break her sexual anxiety for like having sex, because obviously she was raped. So that the whole I guess
take a note.
Scenario
edge play.
Let's go seriously. Yeah, I just seen Jess putting on a pen. That's funny, G.
So I guess like just say it depends on what it is you're into and how it's being applied. They can't like anything could be therapy more or less.
Agreed. And I think this is good for therapy with maybe like sexual abuse victims, or maybe like in terms of that's when BDSM would be good therapy for that because it's more hands-on. When I do therapy right now, there's something called situational exposure. So something triggers you or something gives you anxiety. And I didn't know this because all my life I would just like, I don't know, I would just distract myself. I was always like, go, doing my own thing. So I didn't realize that I was actually avoiding certain anxieties. So situational exposure could be used in the sense where you slowly put yourself in situations that make you nervous so you can get comfortable with your uncomfortable feelings. So over time, those anxieties disappear. So that'd be interesting to mix the two as well. And that is a therapy term, situational exposure.
That's crazy that you would use the same, well, I guess the same sort of force that was used on somebody in a negative way, then be in a positive light. But then where it's weird for me, it's like, aren't there obviously some cases of people where it's like they're dominant in the bedroom and then outside, and like they're using that same type of force both ways?
I think that one's for Clutch. And you know what? Actually, no. I think the answer with that comes down to the person. There's abusive people and there isn't, right? So maybe there is people that can use BDSM to be abusive. Or doing photography recently, I had a photographer who was being rapey. So like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it doesn't matter. I think in any industry, there's just abusive people, there's certain personalities. So I think that could be applied in any aspect. That's why I think it was important when I kind of thought about it more, that there needs to be consent, boundaries, and that's the way it can be therapy, is when it's with a partner with love, trust, companionship, in my opinion.
Oh, that's fair, because because they even say like for the Kenbaku, before you even start tying up anyone else, practice on yourself, because it's all about safety and giving, because basically someone's giving you that power to do whatever it is you want to them. And obviously, if you don't tie them tight enough, it could be harmful, and then vice versa. If you tie them too tight, then you're cutting off blood circulation, to wherever it is that you're constricting.
Exactly. And then even with this guy, like I'm not dating him yet. We're just seeing each other, taking things really slow because of my traumas. And that's where it's been a little liberating because of me. I'm like, what? This guy actually exists? Especially because like he's almost like me in that sense. But that's where it's liberating too, because it's like I'm not rushed to be in a relationship with him. There's that love and respect outside of the bedroom and now inside the bedroom. So I think who you are outside of the bedroom will reflect inside the bedroom. So with my ex, like I didn't realize he was abusive at first. Sure, it was romantic, whatever. But near the end, it was just like, let's just like he just wanted to bang. Do you know what I mean? But I think like, you know what I mean? That reflected who he was truly inside. And maybe I didn't see it right because he was a narcissist. In the beginning, he did not show these colors. So I think that goes to show personality wise.
I think even like, you know, in older relationships as well, like people who stay in the relationship, who are getting abused or something like that. It's also like lifestyle. Like I see it all the time where it's like people are just so comfortable with the lifestyle. They're just kind of allow whatever is kind of going on. Or more so I see it a lot is with the children. Once there's kids involved, it's like you don't want to leave because it's the kids and you don't want to mess up their life and, you know, to mess with them. What do you think, Arliss?
So can I, it's just to add to that too, because when I've been doing, I've done so much therapy the last 2 years. It's been really insane. Something I learned is a lot of it's childhood. So I learned like my parents weren't, I don't want to say they're abusive, but they had abuse tendencies. So that's why I didn't realize growing up, maybe I saw abuse as love. Or
was your dad there? Oh, so your dad was there in your life?
Well, yeah, but like I was kicked out when I was 14. So since I was 14, I've been really on my own. You know my story, but there's just a big story with that. But oh shoot, I'm getting distracted now. But I was gonna say something. Oh crap! Sorry, I'm blanking.
Well, no, because I was going off of the fact where people stay in these relationships, right?
So two things. One is the kind of childhood trauma. Two, COVID just hit. I just signed a lease to go into a house.
Yeah.
Just gave them my first and last. So it was like a 3-period month where I didn't have a home. So I just was with him and I had nowhere to go. So that's also why I put up with it. And, you know, and then finally I got in my own place June 1st. And then I was able to get myself back on my feet, individualize, and then leave him. And you know what I mean? So I think that has aspects too it's funny because I was like, even COVID, I posted something on my Instagram saying it's funny that people don't talk about how COVID affects people's livelihoods or businesses on the media. And then for me, COVID's really affecting me right now in all aspects that I didn't even think would happen. So I think that's something worth pointing out as well.
Yeah, you hear so many stories of people just like, you know, their lives they're in a massive ebb and flow where it's like, you know, we just go to work, you know, we take the kids to drum lessons or ballet and whatever. And it's just the ebb and flow. We don't really see anybody. And then now it's like, you know, I have a friend who's a lawyer and she says, yo, Kev, the amount of divorces that I have to deal with now, where it's like, now we're home and I got to see ass. And I got to wait. That's how your ass smell at 3 p.m. That's how your ass smell. You don't shower, like all those type of things. You know what I'm saying? So
I guess I should be a lawyer if that's where the work's at right now.
Yeah, everybody's getting divorced. You start to see who your people really are. They're like, oh my God, I never knew you did this. You bastard.
Yeah. Well, you bitch.
Yeah. And I think, you know what? I think that's why COVID was a blessing as well. I think, especially for our age group, like we were born like without too much internet, Facebook, and then it happened. Yeah. And I think this was a good time for everyone to sit with themselves and see what they need to work on with themselves, with each other. You know, as unfortunate as which it is, I always like to look at the positive, but I think it's a blessing because I think about it. I talked to a lot of older couples and there's a lot of them who are like 60 now and don't break up because that's all they know. And think about the older couples too. It's like, especially if they're immigrants and they came from Canada, all they know is each other. They built their life around each other. So I think a lot of these people in these abusive relationships are building their lives together, which I agree with, but at the same time, you need separate lives so that shit goes sour. You can see clearly, right? And I think for me, I always kept my life separate, but that's why I couldn't see clearly because my life got meshed, whether I like it or not. Got laid off, wasn't working, depressed, didn't have a home for a few months. So, you know what I mean? If that sums it up. Sorry, I keep having brain farts because I have a little bit of a concussion. Don't mind.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Pretty smart for a concussion. Damn.
So then that brings on another topic we were going to go into. It's like, what does, you know, sex mean right now? And going forward in the future, like, because before the guys and I were talking about it yesterday, it's like sex back in the day was like straight up, we are having youths. Do you know what I mean? Like we're having kids. That's it. That's the only reason we're gonna do this. You know, if you think about
Like, can't
like in the
stand your
50s, they had nothing else to do.
Well, that's what they said. I think that was just an excuse. Like I remember
I
I heard
disagree with that.
one person was like, I don't like sex, but she has 6 kids. What?
Nah, but yo, when you look at when I'm looking at the Caribbean, and it's like my mom is one of 7 daughters, and like all these other kids all over the place, where it's like, or maybe third world countries is a bad example, but it's like, you know, when I look at it from my background and my ethnicity, it's like, yeah, you know, it comes from a long line of it was so easy to buy land, and you started your life, and you're working every day 9 to 5. Let's just start having kids because that's just the thing. How do you disagree with that, Arliss?
Well, it's true, actually. No, you put it that way.
I feel like sex has been used for not having kids for centuries before that.
Yeah, but don't you feel like now, if you look at it back in the day, in terms of how many people are having kids nowadays compared to back in the day? What do you mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Back in the day, they had way more kids. Like my mom too has like 9 sisters and like 4 brothers and shit. You know what I mean?
What about you, Clutch?
My dad is one of 9. My mom has like 7, I think. 7 brothers and sisters.
Yo, people were rabbits, man. I'm telling you.
Maybe condoms didn't exist as well.
What? What is
Condoms
that's what
were
they
used.
said. What?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh. Continue, Arliss. What you saying?
But oddly, people actually want to have a bunch of kids.
I still want 4.
Say 4?
You got 3, bro, and you're trying to scare me off. Like I'm
not trying to scare you off. I'm just saying. People don't know until they know.
I can't.
And when they know, they wish they didn't know.
Jess, I've been saying I'm gonna have,
you would do better.
Right?
little too late for that for some of us. Is oh my gosh, nah. I want 4 youths, and now going into like a lot of this Tinder and swiping and shit like that, and just being I guess having the option of just looking at somebody for their face first and not getting to know them. Like sex is now moving into, I think, like a new stratosphere, almost like a new mindset, where it's not about multiplying. It's about just gratification and
The hookup
pleasure.
culture, maybe.
Straight up, yeah.
You know what? I think it's because women have changed over the past
Going on it.
years. Before they were meant to stay home, have children, and tend to the home, right?
Yeah.
And now, as we get more independent women and more career-driven women, they don't want to have kids. They don't want to. They're not home to do that. So everybody has needs too, and part of that is having sex. So if they want to have sex without the attachments, without having kids, they can do that now. Back in the day, divorce was like so rare, right?
And it was looked down, it was frowned upon.
Exactly. Now, and back in the day also, being single, you were looked at as, it was like a negative. Like, what kind of a woman are you that you're single? You're not married at freaking 18. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now women are just like, whatever. If I want to be single, I'm going to be single, and I'm going to be, I don't know, CEO or whatever.
Jess, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but like at least in the Caribbean families, it's like, oh, you're 22 and you don't have kids yet, and like you're 25, like you're not married yet. It's like, bro, you know how hard it is to buy a house? What are you talking about?
I agree.
You want kids, Jess?
Sorry?
Do you want kids?
It's funny. I do, actually. I never did, though, until the last 3 years, because the ex I was talking about actually had a daughter, and we were dating like on and off for like 2.5 years probably. And to be honest, being like kind of a stepmom when he had her, like made me realize, I would want my own kids, but I'm not in a rush. So maybe give myself 5 more years, but I do want them, but not right this second. Because I just want to have a lot of
right now.
I just want to do a lot of work on myself, my career first, to be financially able to give that kid a life that I wish I had. So that's why I would feel personally, but I don't like everyone does there. But for me, maybe because I have mental health too, I just want to make sure I'm good and I'm ready.
Yeah, no, we're doing 4.
I have a cat, though. I have a baby cat.
Nobody's ever ready.
I was about to say, I'm like, you got a baby? What?
Yeah, fur baby.
Cat?
His name's Jasper. He's 8 months old.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I just did.
Don't be one of them cat moms.
What are we doing a cat podcast? I've been begging y'all.
No, we're not doing no cat mom. We're not doing no dog mom. I can't stand. I low key can't stand them kind of.
Oh,
people.
I can bring him in the picture if you want.
Nah. I'm not a cat. If it was a dog, yes.
I actually purposely locked him out of the room just for you.
Good. I like kittens, but listen,
He's a
I
kitten.
can't stand. Nah, I can't stand. Yeah, I can't stand dog people. No, I dog moms and cat moms. Oh,
Oh, wait till I send you all the photos after this conversation.
no, it's not gonna happen. Yo, man. No, that was good. We're gonna continue with this, but Jess, no, we love having you on, man. You're one of our favorite white girls to have on the podcast.
Honestly, thank you.
Is
I'm
she
honored.
the only white girl on that we ever had on the podcast?
Sorry?
Yes, the last time we had Jess on was for WAP.
I know. You can use me for
Now
any
here talking
topic. I'm
about
very
getting your
open.
back blown out.
Well, okay, so we don't have to leave the BDSM conversation quickly. Was there anything else that you've kind of learned, or any like epiphanies that have happened where it's like, man, this is really cool, or this is, maybe something I need to explore really before I can make my full decision whether I'm into this or not?
Is that for me?
Yeah.
So,
And Clutch.
And Clutch.
okay. So for
And
me,
Arliss.
I feel like mine will be a simple answer. I don't think Clutch's will. For me, yeah, I'm into it, but I don't think I'd be into like whips.
There's
like-
levels.
Like, I don't know. I don't even know. Like, even for me, I've been like looking at more and I'm like, whoa. So like, I think as far as I go, maybe, who knows? We'll see, right? Keep you updated. But I think as of right now, like
if I buy you a leather suit for your birthday, would you?
a leather suit. Sure, I'll wear it. But doesn't mean like you gotta hit me with something, you know what I'm saying? But I can find ways around it. So far it's good. I like it, and I think it's just taking it slow, and we'll see what happens. And to be determined.
So what kind of before I ask Clutch, what kind of levels are there like that you kind of know of as of right now?
Okay, so it's funny because I kind of like just thought, I'm like, maybe there's like levels of BDSM. So for me, I'm like, I'm at the first level, like just tying up, little hard spanking here and there. You know what I mean? That's about it. So I feel like first it's just the introduction. Maybe just even like in bed you can be submissive or not. But I think introducing the straps and stuff, like just even being tied down for me was hard. I was like, okay, I can do this, but it was very slow. So I think like just tying people, I think is the first step. That's all I know. If I would think about it, I feel like the next one, I don't know, maybe whipping. Maybe the third one is, I think the fourth step would be like the last step would be like 50 Shades of Grey shit. Personally, in my opinion.
I never watched that. I never read
I didn't
the book, so
either.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. Well, I've never watched it either, but I know the reference. 50 Shades of Grey is just, I don't even know. Like, honestly, when I think of that, I just see the picture of her like fucking chained up, like getting fucking hit. You know, like damn. I've never watched the movie, but
You sound like a country getting hit.
Yeah, that would be a sadism.
There you go. Clutch is the expert here.
That's like top level.
No, sadism is just, it's not so much level, it's just groups. It's more groups.
Probably more so of what they're like, what you're comfortable with, what you're down to do.
Like what your threshold, like what you're willing to basically go through.
How far are you willing to go, Clutch? How far are you willing to go?
I probably won't want to get, actually. Probably like, probably no pegging, that's for sure.
What's pegging?
Okay.
Oh, when you fuck your boyfriend, you put a strap on and.
Oh.
No pegging? You
Right.
sure?
Definitely sure. No pegging. No Peggy Bundy here. Okay? I don't know. I'm down for basically anything. Some floggles, some whips, you know.
Ooh.
Just don't step on your balls.
Don't step on
Basically.
your balls. That's cool.
If you do, I'm willing to try it.
Yo, Jess, you're what? Thank you, Jess, for coming on to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
We'll bring you back on
I'll be waiting.
another time. I don't know when, but yeah, we like having you on, Jess. You're cool.
Thank you. You guys are pretty cool too.
Yeah, girl. So you told me before, you said you're starting your own thing though. Before you jump off, like, is that anything?
Eventually, I'm doing some things online. It just inspired me, my therapy journey, everything I've been through. I've just been starting to talk about my story a bit more, my therapy journey, things like that. It's slow going right now, so it's nothing I'm ready to make an announcement on, but eventually I am working on like podcast or YouTube. Definitely a blog is coming out. So I will keep you posted. But it's very slow going. So I actually haven't told anyone yet, but you guys. So.
And now
everybody listening.
I know. So I thought I'd save it for now.
We have a couple listeners in Ireland. So.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool, Jess. Appreciate you, girl.
Later.
Thank you. I'll see you guys later.
You
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Take care.
Yes.
Bye.
Okay. So this next topic.
What are you down for, nigga?
By the way, Clutch had put a poll up. Can BDSM be used as therapy? Do you remember what the results of that was?
A lot of people said no.
Like most of the people?
Most of the people said no.
Never did the research on it or whatever, or it's just not something that they've even wanted to get into,
Thought
right?
about,
So,
or even thought about, right?
Right.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe some of those people has been through it and they're like, "Fuck that." But there was a few yeses, so
yeah, there were a few yeses.
It's very interesting. I heard it on a podcast that it could be used as therapy. Actually, last week they were talking about. I don't remember what they were saying, but they said, "Yeah, it could be used as therapy."
I don't know what they were saying.
I don't know what they were saying, man. Because it was about a serial killer who was actually using BDSM to kill his partners.
This is the part. This is where it weirds me out, because if y'all know the GOAT, Chris Hansen, you know Chris Hansen, To Catch a Predator.
Yep.
So there was one guy that was on there that was like pretty much like on his way there. He was calling her, thinking it's the underage girl, when really it's the cop. And he's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, like I'm bringing whips and stuff." And she's like, "Yeah, it's okay." And he's like, "No, like it's gonna hurt." And I was like, "Oh."
Nah, this guy was crazier than that. This guy would meet them online and then tell them that when you come to meet me, you need to be completely submissive. You need to get rid of your phone, your bank accounts, and everything. You're going to leave your home, everything. You got to leave everything.
How do you leave your bank?
By leaving your bank card in your car and never returning to it. That was what they were doing. And he got rid of all her ID and everything.
Wow.
And then he took her to a hotel. And then he did this to several girls. And then he would tie them up and stuff. But one of the things they said is that you have to have a safe word. And he never did a safe word. So that was like one of the broken cardinal rules of it. And he didn't make a safe word with them. And so they would just keep going. He would do like a lot of choking and stuff. And then he would kill them.
Yeah, but hold on. How did he get them out of the hotel then?
He put them in a suitcase and put them on a luggage cart and drove them to the car.
Holy shit, dog.
Yeah. He was crazy, yo. Some of his first two bodies he kept in his house in a freezer.
Bro, this guy Dexter.
He's basically like Dexter, yo. Except he got caught, really. Well, I guess Dexter got
Dexter
caught.
did get caught. Surprise, motherfucker. It's French fries.
Dokes.
All right,
that was an intense dude, bro.
Always hated him.
Fuck you, weirdo.
Oh man, yo, this is a topic I was thinking about, bro, for a while. Arliss asked me, he's like, "You sure you want to talk about this, bro?" And I said, "Yes." So let's get into this. Can you forgive? I told you guys this was a deep episode. Can you forgive an absent father?
No.
Now, I asked this question to even myself, because I come from, that stereotypical, never had my dad around. God bless him at least for always paying child support, but I was never there. And, it took a toll on me as a kid. And then even, as I grew up and got a lot older, it kind of just drove me to want to be the best dad that I could ever be. But it's like, can you like completely forgive? And actually what brought it up is, y'all know Haha Davis.
Yeah.
He had posted something. That's what it was actually. So Haha Davis posted a picture of him with an older guy. And I'm like, this guy looks like Haha looks like this guy. And, the caption read like, "Hey, we can move forward. The past is the past. I love you, Dad." And then a lot of the comments were saying things that I was thinking. It's like, well, is he? I hope it works out, but I'm just hoping that he's not there for the bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope he's not there just because you get money now. Like, I don't know his situation. Haha, super funny, bro. He's a dope comedian. You know, we just hope that he's not just coming back because my son's rich.
Well, if you remember Offset's story, he didn't have his dad in his life either. And when he became rich, he sent his dad money. He kept telling his dad to go on tour with him and tell him that he was going to buy him a house and stuff. And his dad would often just be like, yeah. All right, I'm going to come check you, and just never come.
Why? He just took the money.
He never even took the money.
Wow, that's interesting. What? That's a different case.
Well, I don't know the whole story with it, but that's what Offset was saying. Like, he's like, yeah, like he doesn't have any animosity towards him. Like, you know, he was out in the streets doing his thing, you know?
Yeah.
And so he was just like always trying to bring him in, but I guess his dad just.
So, you know. Okay. So maybe there's a sub question within the question. It's like, can you also like have a relationship after? Because maybe you could forgive. Like, I don't wake up and I'm like, oh, my dad did this, and, you know, fuck that nigga. No. But it's like, can I go eat some food with him every Friday? And it's like, to me, it's like, what are we going to talk about?
Could you? I mean, essentially, we did a lot to talk about. When was the last time you saw your dad?
So he actually came to my shows when I was doing the hairspray thing. And
then before that?
He randomly, one time my uncle came to Canada, and my dad was in town, and then they wanted to go eat. So that was me, my brother, and my uncle and my father. And we...
How long ago was that?
Wow, bro. I don't know, man. And then before that, when I got in trouble.
So it's been like a couple years. So he hasn't been completely gone.
Yeah.
He has or he hasn't?
Yeah, he's been around. I think, you know, he'll link me for a holiday or something like that, you know, quick text or something. But it's like, can you really have a relationship? I don't know, man. What are we going to talk about? Look, I would want to ask the hard questions. It's like what? Are you ready to answer? Like, you know?
Like what? Wait, hold on. Clutch, when was the last time you seen your dad, yo?
This morning.
Exactly. When's the last time you seen your pops?
Me?
Yeah.
It's gotta be I think it was Christmas. Wait, was it Christmas? Or was this before COVID Christmas?
What about before that?
Were we locked down on Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga, we've been locked down.
Yeah, we were. But we were technically kind of, yeah. It was just, you know, less people are allowed. What was I gonna say? What about the time before that?
Often. I seen him a lot of times last year, a bunch of times the year before. You know, my kids know him.
They say granddad?
Yeah. So yeah, like they know him. They know his daughter, which is my sister, and his son. So like, yeah. No, I didn't see them on Christmas. She came and dropped presents on Christmas. We seen them.
She?
Through the summer, my sister.
Right.
Through the summer, and we've seen them. They do family things. They try to do family things all the time, actually. But recently, because before we never, like when I was younger and I was like in elementary school, I used to go to my dad's all the time, go spend weekends there and stuff, and you know all
he
that.
Wasn't absent.
No, not then. And you have to remember on my family, my mom and my mom's sister had kids with my dad and my dad's brother, right? So even if I don't see my dad at like a thing with me and him, I would see him with my cousins all the time.
So it's like family.
Yeah, because you know my cousins, their uncle, so I would see them at family stuff too. So yeah, in the beginning he wasn't really absent. I was there all the time. I used to see him all the time, and then after a while, it was like nothing. Like, you know, and it was been like years.
At what age in your life was that? Where it kind of just stopped?
It was probably around I want to say grade 7, 8 type of thing. Now that could have been a high school thing because I didn't even remember seeing my mom in high school. So there's that part. But like, yeah, so all through college, all through that. And recently, maybe like 5-6 years ago, he really started doing trying to come around more and seeing the kids, and had the relationship's been pretty much on the way back.
So
done a bunch of stuff.
So maybe you can. And my girl's always, told me to, reach out and stuff. And it's like, sure, but I don't know how we gonna connect, man. It's such a long time where it's like, at least, you had that foundation of going there every week or whatever. So even if there was a break, at least you had something to remember. But it's like, if you had nothing to go off of, how do you then start something? That part to me is just,
yeah, that would be hard. But like, you could, you start with a conversation. Like, how much does he really know about you? There you go. That's a lot to talk about, right? I don't know
how much I know about him, right? So
there you go. So he has questions for you. You have questions for him.
Oh, I'm gonna call him right now, brother.
Call him. Put him right up. Tell him, send him the Zoom link. Tell him to send him the Zoom link.
Yeah, Kivy. You all right? Hey, man. How your mother? All right, man. You good? All right.
I call you back.
Yeah.
So would you pursue? So you wouldn't pursue a relationship by the way you're sounding.
No.
No.
Nah.
What if he came to you and said, "Yo, listen, I want to fix things." Like you have a niece, right?
Yeah.
Does he involved with his grandkids?
A different father.
Still,
it's a different father.
He doesn't know him at all.
Nah, no, they don't know each other. Like they know that each other like lives, but they don't like
care.
They've never had a conversation before. No, when he came by, it was to see me and my other brother.
So if you were to have, does he have any grandkids right now?
Does he?
Yeah.
He got kids.
So, but
they don't. Does he have grandkids?
Yeah.
I believe, from my mom told me, I believe so, but I've never met them. I'm pretty sure they don't know that I exist.
That you exist?
They don't know we exist.
I was going to say, like, if you have when you have kids, you're going to be like, yo, this is your grandkids, bro.
I don't know, bro. Like, why? For what?
I don't know.
For what? What we going? What like? What? I'm gonna let him take my grandkids to his house, and then his wife says, "Who are these kids?"
What, you got more?
She don't know about me. She don't know if the mom's on she don't know about me. For my bro. So
obviously that must have been traumatizing for you, because you're saying that you would want you having kids. You said earlier that you would strive to make you a better father.
Of course. One woman, one man.
Who said that?
Isn't that Bob Marley's song?
No.
Yeah, man, it is. I'm pretty sure.
So you think see, this is why I always get confused with a lot of stuff going on. People say not having my dad made me be a better father, right? And some people say not having my dad made me be a shitty father. Which one is it? I guess.
Oh shit, that was No Woman, No Cry. My bad. Anyways, what?
So you know what I mean? Clutch, do you think you've had both your parents the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that really influenced the way you parent in terms of being a father?
I would say yeah, because growing up, because I was born in Trinidad, obviously. When I was born, my dad left me and my mom to come to Canada, and for the longest while, I pretty much hated him for that. But not until I was 21. There was
How long before he brought you up?
Maybe a year or 2 years after, maybe.
Yeah. But how old were you when he left?
2. So I think I was 21. He's like, oh, the reason why was because to basically give you and your mom a better life.
Yeah.
Growing up, I never saw it that way. It was kind of just more a.
From when you were 2, you hated him like that?
Yep.
Wow.
And obviously with their schedule being busy, they never got to basically see me basically like be a kid more or less.
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
sports games by myself, anything to do with like anything. It was like basically like me. So like that kind of makes me want to always be able to be there for my kid and basically like just be there to support her no matter what. So I guess in a sense, like it kind of helped me want to be a better father, like be more like in my kid's life.
Because but see, it's different where it's like, you know, with me, it's because I didn't have it, so I want to do more. It's like you're saying you kind of really didn't see it as much, so now you want to do more, right? So, which is interesting because it's like, Arliss, did you see it even through your mom and your stepfather, their relationship that kind of guided you to how you want to raise your children?
Absolutely not. I've already thought about leaving 6 times today.
Yeah. See, hey, everybody listening, see how low he said that? Because she didn't say that loud. Pussy. He didn't say that shit loud.
But for real though, like, I don't think it really. What do you mean? I say that stuff to them all the time. I say to I'm leaving. I'm going again. What do you think? Daddy, where are you going? I don't know, but I ain't coming back. Blocking your numbers, nigga. Get out of here.
Oh, gosh.
They'll look at me and they'll be like, you're just going to the store.
Yeah.
Damn it, caught me. Bastards. But yeah, I when I had my first kid, I was like, I didn't want to, it was a part in the relationship where I used to think to myself, like, I don't care. I'm not going to leave because I need to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For my kid. And then eventually you realize that if you're not happy, then there's no point. There's no point. You're not going to be a good father and not be happy. You know what I mean? Being miserable. You know how a lot of Jamaican Caribbean families have the miserable fathers, you know? You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like
even the miserable moms too. You see a lot of miserable moms.
So when you have those miserable parents, you don't want to be like that, right? Yeah. So that's how it was at first, and then now I'm just like, you know, I do it my way. The thing is, I don't agree with how anybody else parents their kids, so I can't really say that it influenced me one way.
You don't agree with how everybody else parents their kids?
Anybody else.
What do you mean you don't agree with it?
Well, it's not my place to do anything. I don't have to take their ways into my home, right? You know what I mean? Nobody completely agrees with the way another person parents their kid. Everybody is just like, why would you do it that way? You know what I mean?
So when I start kicking out my 4 kids, I was going to be like, okay, that's your first one, bro. You sure you want no more? All right.
Bro, you're wild. I mean, kids are cool, you know. Kids are all right.
When they start, just like on the last episodes, when they start to pay back all the bills that you've had to take care of.
Everything. Yeah, I don't know. Kids are cool. I always joke about it and stuff, but, you know, me and my girl were talking about it the other day, and I'm like, yeah, being a dad's cool. Like, it's not like it's the worst thing ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know. I still don't like kids, but...
Oh, my gosh. Okay, that's it. That's it. Thank you for listening.
Wait, I got to end it off on a good one. But, you know, I love my kids. There we go. I've been trying to change that narrative.
You read that script just now? We just seen your eyes move.
It's right there. It's right there.
Thank you for listening. It's a serious business. Arliss is writing in the notes. I love my kid. Serious business. That's a serious podcast. Appreciate everybody for listening. Make sure that you follow us on all of our social media platforms. Our Twitter, which is @SeriousPusiness_pod. Our Instagram, which is @SeriousBusinessPodcast. And make sure that you spell business BIZNESS. Our YouTube, it is Serious Biz. Hit us up, like it, do all those great things, and do everything that we talked about. Shouting out Adrian, he's gonna kill it with Jamaica, to learning about people pegging and just getting super freaky, all the way to Arliss showing his admiration for all of his children that he loves so very much and
loved them all differently and equally.
Differently, right? Yeah. We really hope that you take us seriously, but at the same time, we hope that you don't. Or you really should. Actually, this is a good episode. So that's the episode. Thank you for listening, and we out.
Like 3 strikes.
Bang, bang, bang.